Yo, what's up YouTube? So I just want to go over Kunglao and Sonya synergy since Sonya did receive quite a substantial buff, so I want to showcase that in this video, and I honestly think this team honestly might be top 30 teams in the whole game. So I'm just going to go over all the bread and butter combos, every setup, and realistically what you can do with Sonya and Kunglao. So just to get the most basic shit out the way, you do have access to two projectiles with this team. You have Sonya's energy rings, and you also have Kung Lao's hat toss, which is his back forward one or down back one. So these two moves right here. So the way you use this is obviously just to play the distance game and keep your opponent far away from you, which is pretty good for Kung Lao because his neutral game is not really the best. So you would have to resort to playing the projectile game. He does have some pretty solid projectiles on his own, but having Sonya just elevates that to another level. So essentially, you throw out Sonya's rings first, and they can't duck that, by the way. It is a mid, so they'd either have to jump or block and take chip damage. But in case they do jump over it, you can just throw out Kung Lao's back forward one, and sometimes that can catch them in the air. Depends on the timing, of course, but that's how I've been using it. It pretty much works really well in most situations. You are able to get 34% using Kung Lao's armored wake up move and combo into it, but it does require two Sonya gauges, so this is how it looks like. All you have to do is just end it with these down back 2 instead of the back forward 2. So I believe this is the most optimal way to do Kung Lao's armored wake up move and get the most out of it is by adding a standing 4 in it. So I'm going to show you how that looks like right now. And that gives you 34. We're getting into meterless combos that you can do with this team. The most common one you're going to be going for is using Kung Lao's 2-on-2 into down back 4, calling Sonya and doing his back 2-4 and ended with 1-2-1, back forward 2. So this is how it look like. And you're getting 37, which is pretty good for meterless. Another route is using Sonya's leg grab move, so that's how it looks like. Now, it might not seem like a lot of damage, but I'll get into why Sonya's leg grab is so good later in the video. Where this team shines is definitely in the corner, as you can get some pretty big damage for no meter at all. So I'm going to show you some combos and some strings you can do in the corner. The first one involves Kung Lao's overhead attack, and this is how it looks like. And that's going to give you 35%, which is pretty damn good for meterless. In terms of meter damage, you can get 44% by using 1 bar, and it's practically the same string. It involves 2-on-2, and you're pretty much doing the same stuff as I've shown you before. The only thing you're enhancing here is he's down back 4, so this is how it looks like. And that's going to give you 44%. Like I said, Sonya's best move right now is her leg grab, so the backhand move right here, which does lead into a full combo. So the way I use it in games is by conditioning the players to block lows using Kung Lao's back 4, this move right here, or his back 3-3. They both end in lows and they are -6, I believe. So if I put that on block, yeah, so they both -6. So it's already hard enough to punish that. So the way you do it again, you just condition them to block it. And by the time they see the pattern, they see that you're just throwing out lows, that's when you call in Sonya. So you can either be the back 1 or back 3, both work, and then you just call in Sonya. And that leads into a full combo. And there is no risk to doing this at all, so if I have Omni-Man on block, you're +1. So that's the benefit of having Sonya's Negra being buffed, is that it's safe on block, so there's no risk to throwing it out. So these are the most common anti-airs you'll see from Kunglao players. But Sonya, you can just literally call her out and catch a jumping opponent, because maybe you're going up against an opponent who jumps quite frequently. If you just call out Sonya, you can combo off of that, like that. Or you can do Kunglao's back, down back 4 and call Sonya. So let me try to time that right. So you can also add a jump 4 kick in the air while calling Sonya, and that'll give you just a little bit more damage. So that's how it looks like. And that'll give you 32%.